The views and opinions expressed on Live at the Barbershop are entirely those of the host, guest, and caller and do not reflect the opinions of Live at the Barbershop or its staff. Viewers' discretion is advised. The following podcast is intended for mature audiences only and contains adult contents, graphic language, strong sexual content, and a whole lot of shit talking. So in other words, get your kids out the room.
Live, here we go at the barbershop with your hosts, Nisha J, Aaliyah, Black Republican, and those two crazy Caribbean guys from the Q&N show, Norris and Q. And now, the man of the hour, Mr. HNIC, Mr. Sleep When You're Dead, Hustle Now, the magnificent.
Yo, son. What's up with all that?
I was just trying to amp it up, you know, like...
Oh, okay, all right, yeah, I'm all right, I'm with that.
John, live at the Barbershop Podcast.
Right now, tonight was very important because tonight is to really open your eyes more, educate you more. You understand what I'm saying? To really take these nuggets and spread the seed that we don't need to be on that. Unity. You understand? Okay. It's just like a rope. Mm-hmm. It can only strengthen when you put more together. You understand what I'm saying? More. And that's the thing. So at the end of the day right now, it's just for us to educate each other. When you hear someone with that negative, like going into 2021, and I notice everyone's using this term nowadays. I don't want that negative energy. You know what I'm saying? Like that word is like, and that's good because now people are on a higher plane now. Mm-hmm. Saying that foolishness that we went through back in the days and stuff, we're done with that. All of us have elevated in our life as men and as women. You understand what I'm saying? And we all have to start uniting with each other because we still have a greater cause. We still got a bigger fight in front of us. It's really not that. It's not over. If you think it's over, it's not.
Yeah, because for me, my problem have always been why we as Westerners always going after each other. I mean, I'm talking about islands. Each island. Why we keep going after each other? Because basically, we grew up under the same system, and we still use the same system today in the islands. We eat the same damn food. We drive on the left-hand side, every island.
Mm-hmm. Drunk.
No.
Except Haiti.
Okay.
We drive on all sides. In Haiti, we drive on all sides. We drive in the center.
We listen to the same music, whether it's compa, soca, calypso, dancehall, reggae. Hold on, not done yet. We play the same sport. The two dominant sport that's in the island, cricket and football. I don't mean soccer. I don't want to hear anybody say soccer. No, I don't want to hear that damn name. Football.
Super Bowl Sunday, man.
No.
Nah, not that one.
Not that football.
I'm not talking about American style rugby. I'm talking about the one we kick back home with the foot. The real one. The point is,
World Cup ain't this year, man.
Why we as Western people always fighting against each other?
Patience too.
Oh, pretty
Patience too.
We do the same, and we celebrate the same carnival. Same thing. But yet, there's this big divide amongst the islands.
You know why? Well, I think the divide started a long time ago. It's not just now. I mean, if I could talk a little bit about the history of Haiti, for example, being the first Black independent country in the Western world, first country that really successfully freed slaves. But now you got to realize when Haiti became free, it wasn't just for the people of Haiti. In fact, every Black man who was enslaved anywhere in the world, once they stepped foot on that island, they became free. Yeah. So the system it started a divide right there. So this movement would not spread everywhere else. And it created this dividedness amongst us that even lasts today. When we arrived to America, we continue to fight among each other. We fight among other Blacks who are here. And one thing I have to say about Black Americans, Native Black Americans, where uh, I don't know if you guys hear much about Dr. Claude Anderson, who talks about
Yeah, yeah.
Native
Yeah.
Blacks, and these are Native Blacks who are
Oh
here
yeah.
in America. And if you think about 50 years ago, we talk a lot about our impact here in America as Caribbeans and immigrants. But if you think about back in 60 years ago or the early 1900s, these were Native African Americans that were in this country. We didn't have a influx of Caribbean people at that time, and so those group of people, they really went through a lot. And I don't know where the divide really changed, because you think about Frederick Douglass was a big advocate of Haiti, but at some point, the divide, it really started kicking in a lot more to really separate us, to really makes us fight among each other. Haitians fight among Haitians, Jamaicans fight among Haitians or among each other. Trinis fight against so and so. And I think right now we need to come together without losing your essence of who you are.
All right. So now, let me ask everyone now, if you could do it, like, what is your solution plan? Like, say for instance, now you was running for some sort of presidential thing or office or something. Like, what would be your solution that you would give your people to say, okay, in order for us to find a solution to unite with each other? You
I
understand?
think it starts off first, John, with education.
Education.
Yeah, that was about
Of course,
Yeah, it has to
because
be
again,
across the board.
there's always been this division as to, well, I don't know about them, and I've always heard same thing what Jay said. I heard this about Jamaicans, or I heard this about Haitians, and they're kind of funny or whatnot like that. I'm not sure if I should talk or deal with them or not. Well, here it is. It's not until you encounter, it's not until you deal and you talk to that you're like, you know something? All these stereotypes and all these different things that I've heard, it's not true.
Right.
It's not. So rather than, believe in the hype, oh, I heard Jamaicans are African booty scratchers. I heard Haitians are dirty. Haitians eat cat or whatever. No, but again, it's not until you talk, you communicate with someone from the Caribbean that you're like, you know something? That was a lie. No, that wasn't true. I don't know what you're talking about, but I know someone firsthand, and everything that you're telling me is a lie. So therefore, a lot of the lies that you're telling me, I can't even believe in that anymore because I'm seeing and I'm witnessing the truth. So again, it starts with education.
What up, Ed? What up,
I
my brother
agree.
Ed?
MD.
MD in the
I
building.
agree. I agree.
I agree with education because, like in Haiti, to be
Mm,
educated is you're French. You speak French,
right.
and like the ones who speak Creole are just like, or Ondale, they're like the more, not Ondale, I'm sorry. The ones who are the country ones, they don't really speak French. And in order to have education, you have to have money in Haiti, and you have to send your kids to school, but some of them don't have it. So you have the Frenchy ones, versus the ones who don't have any money and they're less educated. So I feel like education is key. All across the board, everyone should have education, access to education.
That's your campaign slogan also. Okay. Callie, what you saying?
I have to mute my thing because I keep getting all these crazy calls. But
Oh, no problem.
I agree exactly. That basically I try and tell everyone everything about the Caribbean or do my best. Just say, hey, got Google. Know, just to let them know that it's a different experience. I invite people home with me. Come home, see how it is living on an actual island, not on a resort itself. So definitely, I agree with that. That's the only way.
Okay. Okay.
It's even harder out in
I
Cali, but there's even a smaller Caribbean population in California compared to over here on the East Coast. So here,
Yeah. Especially here, like I found the one, when Sassy came out here, I found, I'm in California like by myself, it feels. I found the one islander person out of everybody here in the Bay Area to gravitate to, so and
yeah,
then I also met other people and they're saying, this is how the Caribbean is and blah blah blah. It's not just we just sitting down I don't know what people think we be doing, but we on the beach drinking Mai Tais all day. We don't work like that.
I like that. What because it reminds me of when you're like as Caribbean people, when we're away and we're just around a lot of American people, and you find someone, whether it's being from Haiti, Jamaica, Antigua, that you're like, wait a minute, you're Caribbean?
Yeah.
I mean, there's that love. It's like, okay, I find I got family here. I'm good.
I know. Upale Creole.
I think one of the things is to tell our story too. I mean, we talk a lot about education, but it's important that we tell our story, just like we're doing tonight. I think this panel is a start where we are telling our story, our voice, and like Ed was mentioning, like sometimes people just don't know. They hear all these stories, and it kind of trickles down, and it becomes their truth when it's not really true. And sometimes too, people fabricate stories, even in education itself. We have to be cautious and to make sure that we do our background to know the truth of what really happened in some of these stories that becomes their story or his story and not necessarily our story. So I think it's very important that we research truth in our own story of who we are, and then we'll see how much that we are connected and not divided like the one who created his story continues to promote.
Now, Smurf.
I agree.
Smurf, I gotta ask you now. I'm gonna turn it over on the musical aspect. Okay. Because I know for me,
I'm glad you.
I have to. You know, before we close out, I have to touch these little things because being that you're in the music, you're in the entertainment industry. Okay, and I know
the phone breaking up. You alright?
Yeah, I'm still here. You still good? Good. You can hear us?
Oh, let me see something.
Choppy.
Hello?
Yeah, you still here. You good.
All right, cool. I hear you now. I was breaking up before. My phone was going dead. Go ahead.
So I'm saying in the music industry, the entertainment business now. So now, I know I felt elated. It's like almost like a like yeah. You know, because coming up and you getting all those little terms, the same terms we talked about, the booty scratcher, the blah, blah, blah. But then now you find out in hip hop that some of the biggest superstars are from the Caribbean. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
You know
from the beginning of time, man. Yeah.
So I know growing up, I remember I think Heavy
D. Yep. Heavy D.
Was the first one for me when I found out. I was like, oh shit. Wow, yeah, what you gonna say now? You know what I'm saying? So now you go to school, you be like, yeah. They say,
a lot of big producers from Trinidad too. Like Biggie did his first albums in Trinidad, all his joints. Him and Puffy.
I ain't know that. I ain't know that. Yeah. I ain't know that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So like, how did it affect you? I mean, did you get a lot of eye-opening things where you're like, yo, you met some artist or somebody and you didn't know they was West Indian, or it like inspired you in some way or anything like that?
Nah, like ain't nobody never West Indian inspired me in the music business. But I was inspired by a lot that how hip hop even actually started from the Caribbean as well.
That too.
A lot of things started from the Caribbean. I was amazed by finding that out because when I first entered hip hop, I didn't know that. I know I got more history and info about the hip hop itself, but that's a good thing because a lot of like even Phife Dawg, he a Trini, rest in peace.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of dope lyrics and MCs like is West Indian.
I think if I can remember right, isn't is it Nia Long or one of them?
Nia Long is her family speaks.
So Nia Long, I believe, or something. One of them is Trini also, and
Leonard Montague said that hip hop was started by Jamaican. That's what he said.
But not even Trinidadian, Caribbean, all over, Jamaican,
all over, everyone.
All over. Africans been beating them drums, so you know.
Because if I now
it's true. I mean,
to represent, I believe. Now, don't quote me on it, but I remember, if I can remember right, I think Big Daddy Kane was Haitian Am I right or
Yeah,
wrong?
he's Haitian.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I guess y'all ain't know that on the panel, did y'all? Educated y'all. You know what I mean?
But pertaining to music,
Right.
when it comes to like, I'm sticking with with the West Indian Caribbean music.
Mhm.
Now, dancehall and reggae has always been mile ahead of soca and calypso music. But hold on, but no, calypso music has always been the music of the Caribbean, especially when a lot of people come over to to visit.
Right.
Like the tourists is like they were like, we're not hearing any calypso.
Right.
Yeah.
You want a steel band?
Yeah, they would
Yeah, they want to hear that still band.
they would hear a reggae music or dancehall. Like I said, dancehall and reggae has always been miles ahead of soca music, but soca is catching up real fast because I'm a soca head.
Right.
So it's catching up real fast. So it's like the music is the Caribbean music on a whole is there. It's on the forefront.
Mhm.
They can't deny us basically because a lot of reggae entertainers, dancehall entertainers has won Grammy awards.
Right. Right.
That was even the late 80s and the early 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Reggae music really started taking.
Yeah. And to me, that's why. That's how. I'm sorry, mini cut you. That's how come a lot of these rap stars, like Heavy D and all of them, that's when they started coming out because they wasn't really coming out before until dancehall and Shabba Ranks and all of them hit the mainstream. They didn't really come out and say, "Oh, I'm Jamaican and this and I'm that." No,
KRS Wonder.
no, not yet, not yet. No, hell no, not to me. Not to me. They didn't really come out and say no. They didn't.
Nah, but they were supporting them though because
Yeah, but
they
didn't come out. But yeah, but they didn't come out and voice it until like the
had that joint with
late
Super
80s.
Cat back in the days.
Yeah, but they didn't come out and voice it until the late 80s, going into the 90s.
Yeah,
In
that's
the
a fact.
80s,
80s, 90s.
it wasn't doing it
My
until
generation.
when Shabba Ranks hit it big. And
Shabba was making songs with everybody. Shabba was making songs with Johnny Gill, everybody.
And that's when
Shabba won them Grammys.
Yeah, it was trash.
Yeah, that's when they started. Big up.
He had a joint with Johnny Gill and KRS-One, and he was making trash.
So that's when Heavy D and all them come. Oh, big up all Yardman and big up
you right with that.
Big up that and big up. That's when they started coming out. To me, you should have come out a long time ago. But that's when they started coming out.
Right with that.
You know.
Right with that. We still waiting on Pete Rock to. We still waiting on Pete Rock to come.
Haitian music.
Hey Corey, John.
What up?
Yeah, go ahead.
What you were saying? Question you asked. What would be the campaign, or what would be a solution, or possible, or a direction?
Yeah.
On the Caribbean side, I would advise a lot of Caribbean people to research Reconstruction era. The Reconstruction era in America.
Reconstruction era in America.
Yeah, because a lot again, I'm Trini, but a lot of island people aren't aware that there was a time frame where the progress that Black America was making was faster than what white America was making. Because Black America was the ones who were doing all the work as far as any service industry, anything dealing with building or work. And I don't mean construction, I just mean societal building. Because again, this is after war and all of this stuff. There was a time frame where the wealth of Black America was extremely, extremely big. So a lot of people now in, let's say, from the 60s come up, maybe the 50s, 60s come up, people have a perception, and again, that perception is taught to everyone through media, that, the welfare group and the this group and the that group, and, you could attach any negative connotation you want to put to it, but that's not Black America's history. There's a time frame where Black America was generating more progress in revenue than any other group in the country. And that part of their history has been basically pushed to the back. And a lot of them aren't aware of it either also.
Black Wall Street.
Yeah, Black Wall Street, every put it like this: every area that's a hood right now was once a storage of black wealth.
Right.
For example, Carver Ranches.
Yep.
Carver Ranches, where I'm from. Well, let's say Liberty City. Liberty City used to be a rich area. Overtime was a rich area,
Yep.
a rich area for black rich people.
Until they build them highways.
Until they build the highways, until certain agencies, alphabet boys, flooded those areas with drugs.
Yep.
But Carver Ranches, for example, was an area where the people who were freed black people, they went to Carver Ranches and they owned a lot of land and they started farming because that's what they were doing during slavery. So they continued doing that and they progressed and they own a lot of land. And even to this day right now, you'll see, if you drive through Carver Ranches, it's called West Park now, but you drive through there, you'll see there's a lot of empty lots.
Yeah.
Chances are it's still owned by some of those families because they just owned a lot of land.
Right.
But the people, and this is why knowing the history is so important, because for people who did not have any bachelor's degrees, any master's, any doctorates, no form of quote unquote modern day degrees, they knew how to choose the piece of land that does not flood in all of Florida's history. That area doesn't flood.
That's facts.
It does not flood. That's why Coca-Cola has their factory right there.
Keep it right
there.
Keep it right there.
No, he doesn't. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
So,
go ahead.
So all of that to say, on the Caribbean side, if we learn their history, we actually, it shows how to advance beyond what has been presented to us and to them now as quote unquote the salvation. Because remember, as Dr. Claude Anderson points out in Powernomics, now Dr. Claude Anderson is the gentleman that he's responsible for majority of black people being able to have the opportunities that we have now to this day. Because he wrote the affirmative action law, which forced corporations to open up their doors to equal employment and opportunity for black people.
Right.
And he pointed out, he said, after slavery, black people owned half of 1%, half, not one, but half of 1% of all the entire wealth of the U.S. And he said in a recent, I see the book, Black Label, White Wealth. And recently, I think it was probably like 5 or 6 years ago, he pointed out, he said, listen, it doesn't matter who tells you, you all have not made any progress. Because how is it that people who came out of slavery ended up owning half of the nation's wealth? And we here in the year 20-something, I think back then, 2015 or somewhere around there, 2018, he said, you all still only own half of 1%. But now you have degrees upon degrees upon degrees and millionaires and this, but don't own more than half of what people who came out of slavery own. So that's why I mentioned that for us to, learn that aspect of their history, because we can get caught up in the illusion of inclusion and thinking we made progress when it's really just DEBT, debt progress. You really want to be financial free progress. That's real progress,
It's facts. It's facts.
And, on the Black American side, one of the things I heard is they don't know that the Caribbean had slavery.
Yeah.
So I would say to our Black American friends, they don't know that.
What?
I would advise them to,
especially Trinidad.
I was about to
say.
Well, let me speak for my country. Heavy slavery.
Yes.
Yeah, we still got the slave castles and all that.
Yes.
All around by the savannah, all that.
Yeah.
They still out.
Say that.
I think if they knew that, they would see like, oh wow, you all went through what we went through. You guys just England ended slavery there quicker.
Back to education.
What? Yeah, education, but I would say awareness, because education. people might think we need to go to school for that. But right now, this is awareness and education right here through this podcast.
Absolutely.
Everyone has the ability to gain awareness of everything that we're talking about because everyone has a smartphone.
And they gotta know their history too, man. History is a very important thing, man.
Yeah. I mean, think about it right now. We're in Black History Month. Of course, they only gave us a month, the shortest month that is, but every day is Black History for us, and Black History is it's more than just learning about the Civil Rights Movement in 1964. Our story started way back before that, and I think it's think about it. All you guys been in school here in America, we never learned the Haitian Revolution. We never hear of the revolutions that happened in the Caribbean, among all the other islands, and how you guys become free. How did Trinity becomes free, and how did eventually Jamaica became a free country? That's part of Black history as well. They keep all that stuff away from us.
The only Black
and the impact that Caribbean people have made here in America for the wealth of this country. We've been very involved in that. Caribbean people, I think, we've been so involved in the history of America, but we're excluded from that history.
We give America some civil rights activists.
Exactly.
True.
Malcolm X, Mom, Grenada. Marcus
Garvey. Come on, man. Founder of all of it.
Yes.
I think the guy that founded Black Panther from the Caribbean.
Trinidad.
Right. The founder of Chicago, the founder of the city of Chicago is a Haitian brother.
I mean,
Stokely Carmichael. Kwame Ture.
Even I'm gonna say his name, even Farrakhan.
Yeah.
From Jamaica.
Yeah.
But see, that's the thing with it. The unfortunate part of it is that through social media now, we've been so dumbed down that even with platforms, good information and platforms like this, it takes a lot for you to get people to get involved and just come out and just say, comment, and just do something. Now, if I had some ratchet stuff going on,
of course,
nobody like the truth, man. Nobody like positivity, the truth.
I'm sure you got a few already tuned out already because it wasn't ratchet stuff on here. They got weeded out.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
So, with that being said, I want to thank all of y'all. I want to
hold up. We got to do a part 2 to this, man. God damn.
Definitely.
Definitely. A part 2, man.
Especially I spot y'all about good 40 minutes.
How did Jamaicans feel about Steven Seagal and his movie Mark for Death?
God.
Listen to me. I'm not Jamaican, but I hate that.
Bad Boys too.
Nah, it was
Mark for Death.
Mark for Death.
Mark for Death was what?
Listen to me. I'm not Jamaican, but I hate that. I hate that movie with a passion.
Yeah.
I hate that movie with a friggin' passion.
How you feel, John?
No one white man can beat up.
Hold up. Let me interject real quick. You see that movie I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That movie came out during the time frame where a ton of Jamaicans were coming over to the U.S. So what impression do you think that movie gave people in America who did not know anything about Jamaican? It gave them the impression it gave them the impression that Jamaicans are associated with drugs.
Yeah.
Drugs. And
remember the word was posse back then.
Yeah, posse.
So that,
that's it.
And guess what? And they called all of us Dread.
I'm gonna just
all of us. Hey, what up, Dread?
But I'm gonna tell you.
That's how people develop perception of people they don't know.
But I'm gonna tell
just like Haitians, they only show the ugly side of Haiti.
Yeah. That's
so,
right.
So you would think, I don't want to go to that shithole country. They make it seem like it's so ugly, but yet it's so beautiful. Right. They never show the beautiful side.
That's Trump.
Perception.
That's Trump word. That shithole.
All about
don't even. That was last year.
And the thing is, if we don't get involved in telling our story, our kids end up not knowing what's true. And because I see a lot of even Haitian kids who have no idea about their own country. And so they have no no knowledge, no pride of where they
They're not
come
even
from,
speaking Creole.
and they don't speak the language.
Mm-hmm.
And I think with Haiti, it's been tough because the fact that we had to adapt, speak a different language. In fact, sometimes you feel like some of the other island countries who were more British and spoke English, and so they had to adapt as well. Like you guys who come from Jamaica and Trini, who speaks, at least you guys speaks language, English, and so it was a little bit different. But Haiti is so complex, even within their country, there's a divide within French and Creole, and so it's been very tough. But I think there's a lot of changes, a lot of positive things that's happening, not only in Haiti but here in America, and where we're reuniting. Our kids have more in common now than our parents did.
But you do have a couple of islands that do speak. I mean, their native language is English, but they do speak Creole, like Dominica,
Dominique, Trinidad, Guadeloupe, Martinique.
Grenada,
they speak Creole. I mean, it's English too, but they do speak
a little
Creole.
Excellent.
So let me ask everyone now. So I'm giving you the opportunity right now.
We're doing a part 2 to this.
I'll put that together. We'll put it together. But to just let them know that the Caribbeans are not out here just wilding out. We are actually progressive people, and we are moving in a real positive manner. Anyone on the panel that has any projects, now I see Hooked on Haiti on the shirt, so I need you to plug that. And Smurf, I know you're doing good things over there in Trinidad as far as the give back for the school.
Yeah, I got the Feed the Kids Foundation, man. I cater for like 1,000 kids every year, send them back to school, haircut, book bags,
good,
free food, everything. But due to Corona, ain't no school, everything virtual now.
Right.
Last year would have been my 4th annual.
Okay. Yeah. So here it is. Then I'm gonna put this on the table for everyone. God's being all this Corona thing dies back down and we get back to normal, we gonna all put it together, put everything together at Live at the Barbershop. We'll take that trip and come out to Trinidad and help out. Okay,
around this time of year too, it'll be the best time to go.
Yeah,
around this time of year too. Trust me. Not December, not
February.
Around this time of year.
February.
Now.
Out there now.
Around this time of year. Damn.
Yo, you give me that call. You give me that call. You tell me, yo, come out now. We gonna gather up. We coming out there. We gonna give back to the kids.
You know, Trinidad kicks off the carnival for the rest of the world. For the rest of the world.
Yeah. That's one thing. They let them party, man.
Island first.
They party sun up, sundown.
You have the Trinidad, you have Dominica at the same time, and it trickles down to all the other islands. But Trinidad kicks off that first. So
Yeah. Our carnival different, man. Like it's different, man. The whole world be down here, man. Like
each island has
crazy. Oh man. Yeah, like if you never experienced a Trini carnival, oh man, you ain't never been to carnival.
I gotta check that out.
We're gonna make that happen. I'm saying this is a family unity right now, so everybody's not strangers. We all family now. We all
actually we got some Hooked on Haiti excursions. We hope to bring people to Haiti and see Haiti in a different light, not what the media wants to show all the time. And so part of our excursion is to do different historical trips. And so you guys can check us out on our we have a Hooked on Haiti channel, YouTube channel. I got videos. I just got back to the Citadel, which is one of the forts that was built by slaves after their independence in 1804. And the fort been built since 1806 and is still there. So over 200 years, built by slaves. So there's a lot of things about Haiti that the media doesn't show. And so we plan on doing historical trips. Hopefully, this panel here, man, we could do this thing live in Haiti.
Man.
The barbershop in Haiti.
Too, man.
Say the word.
Yeah, man. So check us out on IG. Check us out on YouTube, Facebook. And the goal really is to bring out that whole positive aspects of Haiti, because the negative is easy to find. Everybody can find that.
Facts. Sherry, you got anything going on? Plug it.
No doubt. Thank you. So I'm working on a collection of short stories that I've interviewed everyone about 50 people about what the impact has been with the elders in their life. So, just to try and find out how an elder has shaped them and influenced them. And so I've done interviews with, as I said, over about 50 people, and I'm putting it together as a short story and putting it out there. Hopefully by the end of the summer. If not, definitely have to come back around and have you talk to me a little more about it.
Definitely, we'll support that. You know that.
We got to bring everybody back.
Notorious B.
Good stuff.
What you got going on?
Nothing much. Nah, but I appreciate you bringing me on here, though. This was really good. I love it. We all family. Love y'all already.
Love.
Hold on, let me plug 2 more things back in, man. Since y'all was talking about that soca vibe, y'all familiar with Iowa George?
Yeah.
Right. We got a movie out right now with him in the movie theaters out here in Trinidad called Soca Prison.
Oh, okay.
I heard about that.
Yeah, I'm in that joint too as well. I got
more.
the book out, my memoir, Wisdom of a Wolf, the First Testament, on Amazon as well.
So they can get that on Amazon.
Yeah, big facts.
Hey, listen, man, you send me all that. We're gonna put all that on the IG, the Facebook, everything.
I wrote and edited that myself too. Yeah.
Help me write my book then.
Yeah. I got my own publishing.
I told you, dive in.
Publishing company. That ain't a problem.
Yeah.
We gonna talk. You know that,
Hold up. On the knock on Iowa George, he finally won something.
Yeah. That's what the movie about, the fight down. That's why it's so.
Since Marshall didn't compete anymore, he finally won a crown.
Yeah. You know how the game go.
Old now, he had to retire, so they got to give something.
Whoa. Did we not just say Caribbean people shouldn't be fighting against
each other?
Hey. You know how the game goes. Shout out to Iowa though, man. Shout out to Bunchy.
It's healthy
Garlic. Shout out to Marshall. Them all my peoples, man. They good people, man. Shout out to the whole Caribbean, man.
Yes.
Shout out to every Caribbean island.
Yes.
Hey, I had to put it out.
MD. What's the deal? What you got going on?
Well, I'm doing the live with the barbershop. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm doing it with the family.
No doubt. Hey, yo, Jay, you still on the line?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Big up to you, Jay.
You got anything you got to plug?
Yeah, I'd advise. Well, we spoke about this before, Corey, but I tell everybody listening or everyone on the panel, if you're not familiar with the stocks, get involved with the stocks right now, because right now we in the equivalent of 1929 Great Depression era. 1929 Great Depression era. That's when these families that you all are aware of now, that's when they made their wealth.
Right.
So
off a disaster.
It's the time to jump in and educate yourself on that. There's a link that I'll give to Corey where he'll post it in here
for y'all.
And it has like direct courses and classes about that. But you can also just Google it on YouTube about that. But let me give you an example. Just an example. Corey, remember last time when I came by and we were talking?
Yeah.
When you were doing this is probably like what, 6 months ago?
Uh-huh.
Everybody get your calculator out or do the math if you want. That time when we were talking, Corey, I was telling you about Groupon. Groupon stock was $1, right?
Right.
Groupon stock right now is $30. So if anybody had put $1,000 into that at $1,
fat.
That'd be $30,000.
Fat right now.
But I got a question.
They would have multiplied 1,000 into 30.
Yo, Jay, send me that link. Send me that link.
Send me that link.
Send me that link.
Hold on.
I got you.
Hold on. I got a question for you. What's
up?
What really happened with this GameStop?
That was the next thing. That's the next thing I was going to go to. Last time when I was there, we were talking, Corey, and you was telling me your son is playing video games, right?
Right.
All of a sudden,
you're like, man, you heavy on the video games.
Right.
So GameStop, GameStop at that time was $1, Corey.
Right.
Yeah.
$1. Actually, $1 or $1.24. So me get the other calculator because I don't. Well, no, I don't need the calculator. GameStop at that time, let's say $1. GameStop went all the way up to $345 per share.
They wanted the government wanted to
right?
buy. How come all of a sudden that fast?
Right. I'll tell you why. But imagine, Corey, if back then $1,000. You would have flipped $1,000 into $345,000 in 6 months. That's multiplying.
Well, tell you what then.
Whether it's
Now, I don't mean to cut you, but tell you what then. This is what we're gonna do.
Hold on that thought.
Hold that thought.
Yeah, we got to do a show.
You're gonna turn that into a show. Because I see everybody right now, they're interested. Look at Smurf face right now. Look at
taking notes.
Talking money.
Taking notes, man. Don't interrupt that, brother.
No, it is gonna be a show, and we can bring
no.
And we'll bring Andy on.
He already know. Me and him be chopping it up on all this stuff all the time. So what I'm saying right now, what I want to do
is gonna be a part.
I want to because we're running low on time and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, I want to invite y'all back. If y'all want to come back, let's do it and educate them. Let's set that up. Let's set that up, and we're gonna make it happen where we can educate on the economical half of things, so we can have that real growth. You know what I'm saying?
How to survive through a pandemic? That kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Hey, Smurf, that's the perfect name right there because that's what it actually is. How to thrive.
In the
because this is an opportunity for everybody to thrive right now.
But this is what I'm gonna do then. That's the title. We're gonna hold that. You know what I'm saying? So Smurf, fill out your copyright. I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying?
It all good, man. One hand wash another, they both wash the face. I ain't tripping. I'm comfortable.
There it is.
Cool. I'm happy. That's what I mean.
That's the most important part of it. That's the most important part of it. So we're going to do that. Jay, I'm going to get you back. And anyone else on the panel, just hit me up. You want to come back? Let's create the show. And let's make it happen. Educate the world. You know what I'm saying? So, I want to thank y'all all for joining us tonight on Live at the Barbershop. So, Sherry, thank you very much from New York. Okay.
Thank you. Thank y'all for having me.
Hey, big ups to John as well, man. Hey, man, I want to commend you because commend you for putting this panel together and also what you're doing, man, because this is huge. I know you might not hear that too often, but it's big odds, man, because we wouldn't be together if you didn't put this together, man. I really appreciate that.
Definitely.
Let me thank the rest of the panel that are always here. Now, first of all, Nate, and Smurf, because we've been up late nights trying,
Of course.
Yeah, chopping it up.
All right. So I got to thank my man, Black IT, for always coming in at the crunch time. You know what I'm saying? Black IT always comes in at the crunch time, man. So, I got to thank him. You know what I'm saying? And then, again, the rest of my team. Sassy, Norris. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Q, Aaliyah.
Yeah.
Of course,
shout out to everybody alive at the barbershop.
Yeah, it is, man.
Man, you know how long it's been since I've been to a barber?
Yeah, I told you the pandemic got everybody inside.
It got everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Mushy.
Where y'all masks at?
You crazy, Smurf.
Put mine on right now. See, that's mine right here.
So, let me tell you something. Once you get that going, that book, I'm already going. It's already on. I'm putting it in the Amazon tomorrow.
That's the first testament. It's a 5-book testament. I got 4 more to go.
Well, you tell me when the rest go down, and we're gonna spread the word. You come back, you spread the word.
No question, man. Appreciate y'all, man.
It goes for everyone on the panel, man. This is your home. This is your shop. You know what I'm saying? Shop open. You come in. You make it happen. You understand? I want to thank y'all all. Live at the barbershop. Now, let me tell you something. So every time I usually end the show, I usually say something, and I hope this resonates with everyone. So when I end the show, I say, go out in the world and be somebody. You know what I'm saying? So y'all go out in the world and y'all be somebody. Give back to the community.
That's right.
And always, always thank God for all
That's
your.
right.
Thank you very much. Live at the barbershop.
God bless everybody. Salute.
I love you, Smurf.
Respect. Yeah, thank y'all.
If y'all want to tune in, like Sassy said, we have
Big up to everybody.
God bless.
Show next
Thanks, everybody.
Check
Oh
it
yeah,
out.
yeah. Before y'all finish, my bad. Okay, so next week we got a good Valentine's Day show. If y'all want to check in on that. No, not if.
When y'all.
Valentine's Day, man, I'm gonna be hugged up, man.
Prepare you for Valentine's.
I'm gonna be cuddling, man.
So now, you can find us on all platforms: YouTube, Facebook, and Spotify, iTunes, and of course, iHeartRadio.
Hey, yo, everybody stay safe and healthy, man. I'm going 100.
You too, my brother. Yo, thank you.
Peace.
I love y'all, man. Love and
y'all. Thanks, Corey.
No doubt. Thank you.
Good night.
All right, have a good one. MD.
Go out in the world and be somebody.